Hi everyone, welcome to All Ages Storytime. I'm Rachel, I'm a librarian at the Denver Public Library at the Central Library, and I'm here to read and sing with you today. So I'm so glad you're here, thanks for joining me. Let's start with a hello song. We're going to wave our hands while we sing hello. This is the way we wave hello, wave hello, wave hello. This is the way we wave hello, 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 hello. Let's do it one more time with our arms up high. This is the way we wave hello, wave hello, wave hello. This is the way we wave hello, 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 hello. We are going to read today a book called We Are Definitely Human. And do those look like humans to you? Do you know what a human is or who? Are you a human? Yeah, you're a human. I'm a human. Let's see. Is Poppy a human? Nope. Poppy, you're a mouse, aren't you? Yeah, Poppy's a mouse. And these look like aliens to me. This book is by X Fang. There's a nice farmhouse. It's quiet and nighttime. What do you think everybody in there is doing? Yeah, probably sleeping. Yep. Look at those big letters. We are definitely human. There's a little spaceship or a flying saucer flying through the night. And look, there's Earth. That's where we live. It was midnight when something crashed outside Mr. and Mrs. Lee's house. Look at it. The crash was so loud, it immediately woke Mr. Lee. There he is waking up. Look at his eyes. He's surprised. And look, the dog is looking out the window. The smoke coming up from the crash site. What was that? Mr. Lee shouted. Mrs. Lee, however, was sound asleep. There she is, and snoring very loudly. She has curlers in her hair to make her hair curly. Can you pretend you're sound asleep and snoring very loudly? Oof. Mr. Lee turned on a light. You can see it shining out of the house. And Mr. Lee shined a flashlight into the dark night. The dog went out with him to find out what that loud noise was. There was whispering and rustling in the trees. And then 3 strangers appeared. Their eyes were very big. Their skin was very blue. And their shape was very hard to describe. Hello, said the short one. We are definitely human. What do you notice about them? Yeah, they don't look human at all, do they? There was a long pause as Mr. Lee stared at the strangers. And the strangers stared back. They're all trying to figure out. Look, the dog is glaring, staring, glaring. They're trying to figure out what to think, what to make of each other. Okay, if you say so, Mr. Lee finally replied. If you say you're human, I guess you're human, okay. But what are y'all doing here? Our car broke down, and we need materials to fix it, said the tall one. Is it really a car? No, it's a spaceship. It's past midnight. There are no stores open now, Mr. Lee replied. Disappointed, the three strangers turned to walk back into the dark night. Look how sad they are. They're not human, but you can tell just by their body language that they're slumped over and sad, looking at the ground. They're sad they're not going to get help to get home. But Mr. Lee was a kind human, and he did what kind humans do. He offered to help. Now, wait a minute, he said. Y'all can sleep in my house tonight. We can go to the store tomorrow and get what you need. The strangers were surprised by this kindness, but they happily accepted. And they are all going into the farmhouse. Fast asleep. The next morning, Mrs. Lee was surprised when she found 3 unexpected guests in her home. One sleeping on the back of the couch, one sleeping under the table, and this one's upside down in a chair. And the dog is watching, suspicious. I don't think the dog believes that they're human. Mrs. Lee found them somewhat odd. They're having breakfast together. Now, where are y'all from? She asked. We are from Europe, said the tall one. Europe is a place on Earth. Oh, okay, said Mrs. Lee. And what do y'all do in Europe? This one's dumping their cereal milk on the head. This one has the cereal box on their head. What's that one doing with the toast? So remember, Mrs. Lee said, what do you do in Europe? This one says, I make business, said the short one. Making business at work, dumping coffee and donuts all over, and wearing a very long tie. I play sport ball, said the tall one. Do you see a basketball? What's that? A soccer ball. What else? Ice skates, a hockey puck, a football, all kinds of sport ball. I wear hat, said the one wearing the hat. I think that's my favorite. What do you do in Europe? I wear hat. So silly. After breakfast, Mr. Lee drove his guests to the store as promised. There they are in their truck, in Mr. Lee's truck, driving to the general store. Do you remember what they're going to get at the general store? Yeah, parts to fix what they're calling their car, their spaceship. The people in the store thought there was something unique about the 3 visitors. Hello, we are definitely human, announced the short one. They're from Europe, Mr. Lee added. There's the small one. There's the tall one getting a ladder. And there, that one has a plunger that you use to fix a toilet on their face. Yuck. Hopefully this is a clean, brand new plunger. The people in the store were all kind humans, and they did what kind humans do. They offered to help the visitors fix their car. There it is. It's got a broken windshield. got a hole in it. One of the wheels fell off. And they're climbing the hill with their tools and the ladder. There's Mr. Lee getting stuff out of the truck. And all the people from the store coming to help. Someone brought tools. Others made food. One person turned on a radio. Here's the radio. They're going to play some music. And before they knew it, a little party had started. A car fixing party. Someone's putting some tape on the broken glass. And of course, this one has a box on their head. There was dancing. Can you dance a little bit with me? Why are we moving our bodies like this? Asked the tall one. Because it's fun, said Mrs. Lee. There was eating a hot dog. Do hot dogs go on your head? Food goes into the mouth, Mr. Lee explained. And there were interesting conversations. Bark, bark, said the dogs. That's very interesting, replied the short one. Having a nice conversation with the dogs. Finally, the car was fixed, and it was time for the 3 visitors to leave. Everyone waved as their car floated higher and higher until it disappeared among the stars. Let's wave goodbye to our strangers, our 3 strangers. The 3 visitors continued on their journey to far away places. But wherever they went, they would remember kind humans and do what kind humans do. Offer to help those in need. Here's Mr. Lee watching them fly away. And he says, yep, they are definitely not from Europe. The end. This book is dedicated, the author made it for all the kind humans. That's you. And I like this book because it reminds us that even though we might meet people, we might not understand them, they might be different from us, and that's okay. We can still be kind to them, and we can still help them, even if we don't understand them. Let's give We Are Definitely Human a hand. All right, let's sing a song before we say our goodbyes. We're gonna zoom, zoom, zoom to the moon. Here we go. We're going to swivel our arms, and at the end, we're going to crouch down, and then we're going to blast off, and you can jump up into the air if you want. I'm going to stay in my seat and pretend to jump. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Zoom, 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 we'll be there very soon. If you want to take a trip, climb aboard my rocket ship. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off! Let's do it one more time. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Zoom, 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 we'll be there very soon. If you want to take a trip, climb aboard my rocket ship. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off! All right, nice zoom into the moon with me, everybody. Now we're gonna sing our goodbye song, and Poppy wants to say bye too. Bye, puppy. Let's get our hands ready to wave. Our goodbye song is just like our hello song, only we're saying goodbye. This is the way we wave goodbye, wave goodbye, wave goodbye. This is the way we wave goodbye, 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 goodbye. I am going to put a link to We Are Definitely Human in the bottom so you can borrow it from the Denver Public Library. And thank you all so much for joining me today, and I hope to see you at the library soon. Bye.